Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 84 and today I am back from Minecon 2016 and I am back from my root canal. That has all been done as well. So I'm feeling like a new human being, okay? I'm feeling like a new human. I have now been recovering from the jet lag. That's just about past now. My cold has gone away. I am currently feeling absolutely excellent and we're about to hop onto the Hermitcraft server for the first time since I've got back. And I've been warned that there is a certain something in my base. Now, I have no idea where this thing may be, but I do believe, wow! Oh no, my throat has just gone. But what on earth is that thing? Wow! We've got a gigantic bunny rabbit with a fully functional wiggling moustache and pop-up ears. This is fantastic! This is genuinely fantastic. And I've got a little message saying, the lag father. Well, I must admit, I am blown away by this thing. It's amazing. Wow. Can I go inside? This is incredible. Now, I do believe that False Symmetry was the one that constructed this thing, which catches me by surprise, I have to say, because there is some redstone going on right here. And I know that False doesn't particularly like her redstone. This is incredible, though. I'm completely blown away. This is one of the coolest things that I think I've seen popping up in my base. And when I finally come to remove this thing, I think we should definitely move it over into the community builds area. So we won't destroy it. We will not get rid of this thing. We'll break it down and rebuild it block for block. That will be my plan. But for now, this guy's going to be sticking around because, to be quite frankly honest, he's a fantastic addition to the base. I mean, look at him. It's brilliant. Well, I have to say, I have not missed this noise. Oh, boy. I forgot how loud that is. I mean, it is awful. We're definitely going to need to sort ourselves out with some glass item elevators when Minecraft 1.11 arrives, because that is a disgusting, disgusting noise, isn't it? Two things. Number one, I'm just in the process of getting myself some gold so that we can chuck that into the Mumbo Quest-a-lot bot. And the second thing that I want to mention is I've actually turned off block noises to avoid the clicking noise, because I spent about 10 minutes down in my storage system right there and it drove me completely insane. But one thing that I will say is that I am extremely happy that this guy hasn't died while I was in California. By the look of things, he was just about outside the loaded chunks, which means that he's survived. He's got a bit of a straight face. Okay, he's not the happiest chappy in all of the world, but he seems to be doing okay. So if we chuck in some gold into the system, we should see that everything will start kicking into gear and we will start having some redstone action occurring. Now, I'm still not 100% certain that this thing is fully functional, okay? I don't have too much confidence because obviously this was a massive redstone project that took a very long time indeed, but we should see that yes, the happiness is increasing. Yes, our randomizer has kicked into action as well, so now we need an iron block to put into the system to make this guy happier. And also, when this redstone lamp hits the end, this guy should become happy. Here it comes, the smiley face is en route. We have got a couple more blocks to go. And the system has stopped. He's happy again. And the randomizer has worked. And our happiness meter has worked. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. It's actually working. The Mumbo Quest-a-lot bot is actually functional. So we're going to be leaving this guy behind. That project is now fully completed. We're going to be popping underneath the ground. We're going to be picking up our beacon as well. And we're going to be doing a super mega mining session. Because as you guys know, I'm running a little bit low on resources right now, and I want to get tons upon tons of the stuff. So I'm going to pick up this thing, take it right the way under, and see how much we can get. So, I do believe I have got everything for this mining session. We've got a bunch of wood, we've got the beacon, we've got a ton of torches, some food as well, my Fortune 3 pickaxe, and my Silk Touch pickaxe as well with efficiency 5. We've got a bunch of chests too. There is the drone. This is going to be the location. It's pretty far out. And by the look of things, nobody's done too much mining over here. So I'm just going to pop down to y equals 12. I think that's my usual level. Construct my beacon and crack on with this 1 hour long mining session. You guys know the drill by now. All you have to do is let me know down in the comment section how much diamond, how much redstone, how much gold, and how much lapis you think I'm going to get during this session. And then I will give you the results towards the end. So, during today's mining challenge, I want to talk to you guys about something that you have probably seen quite a bit on my channel, and on every other Minecraft YouTube channel out there, because Minecraft 1.11 has just released and it's got everyone rather excited. I mean, I personally am just over the moon, okay? I am so overjoyed by this, and I can't believe that we've finally got some new Redstone bits and pieces, and also that shulker box. I mean, boy oh boy, have we been waiting for transportable storage for a long time, at least in the PC version of Minecraft. We now have it, and it's so much fun to play with. I've been spamming out all sorts of redstone contraptions. I'm sure all of you have been seeing them. So thank you ever so much for all of the support on that one. But obviously all of these features were announced at Minecon 2016. Me and Iskar were sat next to each other in the crowd watching it. And we were like just being like fist pumping up in the air. And at least I personally was. My girlfriend Vicky was sat next to me. And she couldn't fully understand why I was so excited. But it's just one of those things. Minecraft 1.11 is definitely one of my favourite snapshots in recent history. I absolutely love the thing. The Observer is fantastic. Shulker Box is awesome. The llamas are actually pretty useful because they travel in packs. I think you can have like a caravan of llamas, which means that you can fill all of those llamas up with shulker boxes filled with items and then just transport all of them, pretty much an entire base's worth of items in just llamas. I mean, that seems like a pretty good idea to me. And then obviously there's the new illagers. They're pretty awesome with the crazy mansion type thing that spawns in the environment. That looks amazing. This update is just cool, okay? I'm thrilled about this update. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section, but I personally am very excited. I can't wait to see what else comes in the update, although I'm assuming most of it is going to be bug fixes at this point. But yeah, good news in terms of vanilla Minecraft. I am so very chuffed. But anyway, let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server and take a look at how many items I managed to get, and I am going to warn you, that was a pretty rough mining session for multiple reasons, so I'd probably tone down your estimates. So, during that mining challenge, I managed to break my awesome pickaxe, then get myself a new pickaxe, and just get generally very, very unlucky in terms of finding resources. But this is what we managed to get. We got just over 1 stack of diamonds, which is, yeah, that's pretty good going. I can't complain too much. We've got that, and then also a bunch of redstone dust, where I was trying to get XP for the mending pickaxe, and then also we have got some lapis, some gold, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to chuck that into my inventory. We're going to throw that up in the drone, and then we're going to crack on with the next project for the Hermitcraft server. I am not a smart man. I have just gone all the way back to my base. I have taken all my resources over there. Then I realised that I've left my beacon behind. I mean, what an idiot. I've only got 1 beacon. This is my only one, and I've left it hundreds of blocks away, right the way underneath the ground. I'll be honest, I'm very scared right now. I've got over a stack of diamonds on me, a beacon, 2.5 stacks of emerald blocks. I've got my elytra, all of my diamond armor, and all of the resources from this mining session. If I die, I'm actually going to cry. Oh my word. Oh, that guy just came out of nowhere. Where did he come from? Oh no. Oh. Wow. Oh, this is bad. There's zombies everywhere. This could be the end of me, to be honest. We made it back safe and sound, so now it's time to crack on with my next project. And you guys guessed it, we're going to be doing one of my favourite things to do now, thanks to Iskal. And that is a little bit of terraforming. You guys know that the industrial district is looking very rough around the edges. So I'm currently in the process of gathering up some resources. And we should be able to do a good job at making this place a lot prettier. I hope we can manage to do that. That is sort of the idea behind terraforming. If we don't manage to do that, then we've totally failed. So I guess you'll find out in the next 5 minutes or so. I think I just realised that this terraforming project is actually going to be pretty huge. I'm doing this hillside right here. It's a massive space. It's a big old space. So wish me the best of luck, because we're going to be here for a couple hours at least. So, I do believe I've made some progress here. I have cleared out quite a large quantity of our hillside. Basically knocked back a large number of blocks and tried my best to make it look a tiny bit more natural. So this is stage 1, okay? Stage 1 has gone okay. I would say we're about, you know, a 60% goodness right now, which is an okay start, but we need to make sure that we smooth everything out and just make sure that the hillside actually looks like a hillside as opposed to a bomb site, because that's what it currently looks like. But I just thought I'd give you this progress update to say, this is what it looks like in the beginning. For those of you who are starting out terraforming, it's going to look a little bit like that. Okay, it's going to be horrifically ugly. The theory is that you improve over time. At least that's what I've found so far in my very limited experience. So hopefully it gets better from this point. I will catch you guys in a little bit once this area is completely covered in dirt. The area from the corner going up to the back cave has just about been done in terms of the dirt, and I'm about to take a look at it for the first time from a distance. Okay, so this is like a bunch of dirt placing, just a bunch of time spent basically replacing stone with dirt blocks. A lot of the grass is spread, which is a good sign, and so far it looks okay. Let's just pop up on top of some cobblestone, A, so that we don't hear all of the villagers because they're driving me around the bend, but B, so that we can get a better look at this thing. And there it is. Now it looks pretty good. There are some areas that aren't brilliant, like that's definitely a hard line. We've got some crazy blocks going on there. That looks a little bit strange. But it looks a lot better than it did before. It looks a lot better. And once we get some bone meal in there, bit like what we have going on over here, some leaves as well, and some of these little rock formations that we have going on, this place should look good. I mean, we've made a really good start here, so this should be a pretty cool area in terms of the terraforming, and that will be this entire zone from that vault door there round to around about this spot right here, all done and dusted in terms of the terraforming. According to Iskall, I am not allowed any flowers, so we have to get rid of the pretty things on the mountainside to replace them with the slightly more overgrown things. I know that seems strange, but you know what, he's sort of right. It looks so much better without the flowers. My issue with this whole terraforming business seems to be not knowing where to stop. Like, where do I stop here? Do I just terraform the rest of the hill? I don't know what to do. I mean, I've placed in a bunch of bone meal. Do I just stop placing the bone meal here? Do I leave that for the next episode? Do I keep going? Oh, it's just too much for my little brain to handle. It has just started chucking it down in England, so I apologise if you can hear rain up against my window because it's being incredibly loud. But we're about to find out if everything has been successful. I've done all of the foliage, or as Iskall would call it, the foliage. I've also chucked in all of the rocks as well. So this should be the finished product. That looks good! That looks good! Oh, I'm chuffed! I feel like I'm getting better at this. There is a tiny bit too much long grass though. Definitely a little bit too much long grass. But that looks really cool. What an improvement that is! Oh, this looks awesome! I'm loving doing terraforming now. I never thought I'd see the day. You guys know I've always hated terraforming. Don't know if you can see that over there. I remember doing that. That took me like half an hour, that there. Okay, I painstakingly placed in all of the blocks, and it looks terrible. So now that I've actually had the lessons, it's taking a lot longer to do, but the finished product looks good enough for me to think, hey, it was worth my time putting in the hours and making that work. Oh, this is awesome. This is fantastic. I'm so chuffed. I want to do more. Let's continue working. I want to do that side now. It is now hailing. There's hail hitting my window. It's making a very loud noise. I don't know if you can quite hear that. I'll move out of the way of the microphone. That's insane. We never get that sort of thing in England. Now, I have to say, this side is a lot more difficult. And by a lot more difficult, I mean it. I mean, we've got some seriously steep areas to do here. I actually don't think I'm going to be able to do this spot, so I might have to ask Iskall for help on that one in the future. The first couple stages of the second half of our hill are done, and just like the previous side, everything seems to be going quite smoothly. We've got some nice formations going on. I've just about managed to iron out that area right there, so that's looking pretty cool as well. The only thing I will say is we have a flower there, and we have a flower right there. Now, they are horrendously ugly, aren't they? They throw you off. And also, the torches. The torches don't look that good. I'm definitely going to need to come up with a different way to light up this place because they look horrible. And there it is. My love for terraforming has definitely worn off for today. I've been here for a good 3 or 4 hours doing just this hillside right here. So this is going to be the last progress update in terms of the terraforming. And this is it. It looks good. I am really chuffed with this hillside right here. I feel like we've done a really good job. Look, the back cave is now looking a lot more secretive and just 10 times cooler. Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm really happy with it. I apologize. My excitement for terraforming at the beginning, you saw I was like, yes, terraforming. Now, after doing it for quite some time, not so hot on terraforming, so maybe we'll have to do some more in the next episode of Hermitcraft. But for now, we are going to be leaving this entire area behind. We're actually going to be popping through this tunnel right here and making our way into the community builds area because, well, You guys have been going mad down in the comment section. You've been coming up with some amazing, insane ideas, and I thought it'd be fun to construct at least one or two of them. Suggestion number 1 is one that I've seen a bunch down in my comment section, and that is to build a gigantic Mumbo spoon. Now this is something that I want to get very, very correct. Okay, I want this to be perfect. So I'm actually going to build this thing in my redstone testing world beforehand, and then I will transfer it over into the Hermitcraft world. Basically, I'll build it twice. Okay, that seems like a good idea because this is something I want to get right. This needs to be the perfect spoon. So there is the bottom of it, and I guess it's going to go up like that, and then we're going to have a massive spoon up at the top there with a rather lovely moustache. There's a chance that this could be the biggest build in the community builds area, so prepare yourselves. Progress so far is going very, very well. I'm so happy with this spoon shape right here. I mean, look at that. That is like a perfect spoon. Can you imagine? Can you imagine eating things with that? It's got the right proportions, you know, it's the correct proportions. So there's just one thing left to do now, which is the eyebrows, and I would say that's probably a good idea. And let's take a look at this thing. Here goes. This is one of my favourite builds I think I've ever done. It's perfect in every single way. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. I'm over the moon with it. I think it's amazing. I apologise that my throat has just decided to die on me right there, but clearly even that can't believe how good this thing looks. Right, let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server and let's see what it looks like in the community builds district. Now I personally would say that this build should go next to the giant toilet. So this will be like the first row of builds in the community builds area, and obviously we'll start constructing things behind it as well. But this one's very tall, so it will stand right the way up here. It's also quite wide up at the top, so I've got to do a little bit of maths to try and work out how we're going to make this fit, but I can already tell it's going to look amazing. Alright, so we are making our way to the top side of the spoon right now. We just need to keep placing in the scaffolding blocks. Progress is a little bit slow because of course I have to do this for every single one. But I believe it's another single block, and then I think it's meant to be a double block, and that should be everything completed. So let's see. Good. Okay, that's excellent. So everything seems to have lined up. Let's just pop down to the bottom and see what our spoon is actually looking like. And straight away, it looks very big. The builds seem to be just escalating in size from the tooth, and then we've got the gigantic toilet, which obviously is going on right there. The spoon is massive. I mean, that's going to be visible from quite a large distance, isn't it? You're going to be able to see that from full symmetry space. One thing that I have already discovered is that building the actual bowl of the spoon is going to be difficult. It is going to be a bit of an uphill struggle. I mean, I'm really struggling already. I think it goes something like this, and then I think we have more blocks going across like that. But to be honest with you, it all just looks like one big mess of blocks on my other screen that I'm looking at right now. So trying my best to understand what's going on is a little bit challenging. A little bit on the challenging side. So there is a chance that this spoon will look horrendously ugly by the time that it's done. Just keep your eyes peeled. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% certain that I've done everything correctly right here. I feel like I have definitely made a few mistakes with the top of the spoon here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop down and take a look at this thing from the hillside, and we'll be able to detect any problems straight away. So here goes. No, I think I've done it right. I think I've done it right. And this thing looks awesome. Even without the Mumbo face on the inside, that's brilliant. But once we add in the Mumbo face, this thing is going to look ridiculous. I mean, the community builds area is looking very silly at this point in time, but that's sort of the point. I mean, we have to get silly occasionally on the Hermitcraft server. One eyeball is pretty much fully in now, and then we need to chuck the eyebrow just on those two blocks right there. If I can just about do it, I think it's that one. And that one, and then this eyeball is going in as well. As you can see, I've used slightly different blocks for these ones just because, you know, I prefer the lapis blue eyes. I think they look cooler. And the snow blocks look nicer, and also we have got the black hardened clay as opposed to black wool, simply because I don't actually have any black wool at this point in time. But anyway, here comes the moment of truth. We're about to find out if the Mumbo spoon actually looks good in the community builds area. I have a feeling it will. Okay, I have a feeling it will. But here goes. That's fantastic, isn't it? This is one of the best builds I think I've done on the Hermitcraft server since probably that thing. That's probably one of my favourites. I absolutely love that. But this is awesome. I mean, seriously, this is awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to leave the community builds area behind. We're actually going to pop up to the top of my drone area because I need to make sure that my mob farm is actually working. I'm going to take note of all of the items that we have inside all of the chests up in there. And then I'm going to go AFK for around about 4 hours and just see how many items we can get. Because I personally feel like my mob farm is working a tiny bit inefficiently right now. And we might have to fix that at some point in the near future. So I have taken a screenshot of both sets of bone chests. And now I have just about made it onto the AFK platform. Tango Tech is on the server. He's literally just logged on. But we'll see how many items we can get in around about 3 hours. I'm going to record one other video. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It is going to be interesting to see. I've covered up all the holes on the top, so hopefully that's now fixed. But let's take a look. Okay, everyone, around about 3 hours have passed. In fact, exactly 3 hours plus 5 minutes have passed since the previous clip. And in that time, the mob spawner should have been running. And we should have plenty of items down at the bottom here. So, let's take a closer look, see what we have going on. Now, I remember there was... Oh, you've got to be joking me. You have got to be joking me. Somebody has come by. I think Wells Knight has actually logged on. And they have taken... They've taken the bones. That's what I was using. I was using the bones to measure how well my farm is doing. And they've come by in the 3 hours and they have taken them. Wells Knight! Wells Knight! I appreciate it. Okay, you have brought with you plentiful diamonds. I mean, we have got 18, 20, 22 diamonds right there. That's great. Okay, that really is fantastic. But we still have no idea how efficient our farm is. What are the chances of that happening? Like, seriously, what are the chances of that happening? I can't believe it. That's absolutely ridiculous, and I promise you, I pinky swear to all of you, that was not planned, okay? I was going to go AFK for 3 hours, and I was going to see how many bones you could get in that time, and Wells Knight comes along and chavs them, okay? He's just come by and nicked them, which is brilliant, because of course they're going into the bone barn, that's the idea, that's why I get a share of the profits, but still, oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we still have no idea how efficient our mob farm is up there, which is a bit of a shame. Let's take a look in this chest and see if we can judge it from the gunpowder. Right, okay, so we have got just over 2 stacks of gunpowder in that 3 hours, which actually really isn't brilliant, to be honest with you. So there's definitely something up with the mob spawner, and there's definitely something up with my computer. What on earth is going on there? You're getting some serious lag spikes as well. Let's take a look in the other one. Right, okay, we have got... Alright, so we got 3 extra stacks of gunpowder on this side as well. So in that 3 hours, we managed to get around about 5 stacks of gunpowder, which, you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad, but it can definitely be improved. And I think that's because the water is out of sync in our mob farm. In fact, you can see it happening there. Look, all of the water is sent out on that side, and then when it changes, all of the water will be sent out on this side, and half the mobs get pushed over onto that side of the platform, and they don't actually fall off the edge, which isn't particularly brilliant, and we'll have to sort that out at some point in the near future. We might even have to do a complete redesign of the mob farm, because that's clearly quite a big flaw. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.